All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of our little interview show or my interview show. I don't have any names, so if you guys have any good ideas for names, let me know what you guys are thinking, and if any of them are good, I'll put them in there. Our first guest is Cody. He works with me up in Jacksonville. Um, we both work in the restaurant industry. We're both out of work right now, and I'm here to see how he's doing, see what he's up to, see if he's really doing the social distancing thing, and see if he's being a responsible American. Um, all right. So yeah, Cody, tell us a little about yourself. What do you like to do normally in life?
Well, I like to go out, that's for sure. I
Yeah.
hate being cooped up in the house. Um, I don't know. For me, before all this, it was just work, hanging with friends, keeping busy any way I could outside of the house.
Yeah.
So,
The downtime sucks. The downtime is definitely depressing.
yeah,
Yeah,
like I said, got out of bed 15 minutes ago. It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
it's pretty dope. How long has it been since you've been out of work? Do you remember?
Feels like a lifetime. I mean, it's only been, less than a month, but I don't even know what day it is.
I think we're pushing 3 weeks, if I had to guess. I think the last day I worked was like the 18th.
Yeah, I think I worked a day or two before they officially closed it down.
Yeah. And well, how did you first hear about the coronavirus, and what was your first
Um,
thing that came to
I
mind?
remember seeing about it on social media, coming out of China and all that. Beginning of January or so.
Were you
And
worried?
huh?
Were you worried initially?
Not at first. I didn't really know too much about it. As it started growing, I wasn't too worried about me, more so people around me.
Who you living with right
Especially,
now?
like I live with my aunts, both a little bit older, both in the crucial category where they're not even supposed to be leaving the house.
Yeah.
So,
Are they working? Are they working from home? What's the deal?
um, they're both working from home. My one aunt that works at the school board building downtown goes in once a week.
Okay.
Besides that, they've been here nonstop, driving me crazy.
Sure. Tell me about how about when the coronavirus first impacted you on like a work level or just like a personal level, anything really? Like, do you remember when we first heard about it at work?
Yeah, I remember when they first started talking about it, it was just kind of talk, and then literally just started out of nowhere, grew like wildfire. Started with cutting a little bit of hours, then everyone was gone. There was only like two or three people there. Wasn't even bartending anymore. They just had me on like one serving shift.
Yeah, yeah. Just in case anyone doesn't know, Cody is a bartender, full-time bartender. So,
Oh wait,
don't get it twisted. He's not a server. He's not a schmuck like the rest. But yeah, I remember that. I do. I remember like it was like the weekend when like we started doing like taking everything off the table and then wiping it down and not having anything. And then it was the 50 people, and then we closed very shortly after.
yeah.
Let's say something else. What have you? What was? How about one more question about work? What was your first reaction when like you heard the news that we were closed? Were you surprised? Did you get worried right away? How did you have a timeline in your head?
It's kind of mixed emotions. Like I knew the severity of it, but it hadn't quite sunk in. I guess like I was kind of excited to have a couple of days off. You know what I mean? Like
I hear
here,
you. I hear you.
but I knew that it was going to be longer than a couple of days. But then once it got so far, it's just kind of like, well,
Yeah.
really how much you need it. You know what I mean? Even when you're making a lot of money, you still need to pay bills. Um, yeah, and it
Did
just helps
that
with
did
like
that
mental
that stuff
too.
go through your mind? Like, did the bills thing go through your mind right away and all that stuff?
Yeah, like I'm reckless with my money. I spend it, so I got to make it where I can.
I think Wild Wing has more of our money than we do,
For
honestly.
sure. Now,
I'll never ever told you a story. I remember like it was towards like right at the end when we were all starting about to close, and we all thought Wild Wing would be open for like ever because it's Wild Wing. And like I go up there and it's 12. Like first I drive by Mello and I see who there who's always at Mello after work. So I had to leave, and I go up to Wild Wing, and it's literally 12 o'clock, maybe like 12:02. And I pull on the door, and they don't let me in. Lou is still inside. There's still guests inside, and they wouldn't let me in. And that's when, like, it really started, like, pissing me off. Because, like, if I came
Which
and
is
go get it,
crazy, because if you don't know, Wild Wing gets busy at 12 o'clock.
it
That's when
does,
they let.
that's when it starts popping off. That's when the twerking starts popping off, and the people
Yeah,
start
it's
bringing out
on
the
the
sleep. Exactly. And
bar.
that's when the rumpies start getting going.
Oh
But
Lord.
but yeah, what next? So you said it was the Bills went through your mind. Did you have any idea how long you think this will go on for? Or did you not even think about that?
Well, I knew China had been going through it for a couple months before we even had heard about it, and I knew how serious it had been getting. Like right before everything really started happening here is when China just kind of shut down,
Yep.
and then 2-3 months from the original outbreak. So like, I guess I had an idea. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
didn't think.
I remember hearing more about Italy. That was like I don't know why. That's just like I always heard more stuff about Italy and like how they were like more about how their life was like stopped and like everything was
They
shut
got
down.
impacted really fast. Like it got hit them like a brick. 'Cause they didn't take the precautions that a lot of these other countries take. And like people keep saying the U.S. was so far behind on it that
Yeah.
this week they said,
What's your opinion on that? How do you think the U.S. is handling it?
oh,
Without getting too political, how do you think the U.S. is handling it?
not too well. I think the way they're leaving it in individual state hands, like dragging it all out, is just gonna make it
Drag
worse.
out. Yep.
Drag out the whole process.
Yep.
Dragging out the isolation process drags out the whole virus process. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Like they
Uh,
said, this week is supposed to be the worst week in the United States for it.
that's what I've heard. And you know, again, without getting too political, I do think we did wait a little too long to have these social distancing guidelines, and I do think they're trying to make up for it by having like the sending out the money to people, kicking in extra unemployment money and stuff like that. So I think they are trying to make right. But that actually leads me into my next question. What have you applied for unemployment? What's your experience like with the website, etc.?
So honestly, no, because back in the day before my mom's brain injury, all that, when she had lost her job and filed for unemployment, that's when things were bad way back then. Took her months to get through before she even was in it.
Yep.
And the unemployment rate right now is almost 50% or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
something crazy.
chances of me getting in anytime soon aren't that high. So actually, I had to get another job.
Oh,
Um, I'm working at a liquor store and off Moncrief Avenue, which I don't know if you know about that
tell us about it.
area in town. Um, but yeah, I had to do what I had to do. I had bills to pay.
Talk about what that money is like without getting too specific versus the money we were making at the restaurant. Would you say half? Would you say 30%? Would you say 75%?
It's not bad just because it's one of my best friends' family hooking it up for me, helping me
Okay,
out.
that's nice
So
of them.
yeah, it's not the same. Uh, the work itself isn't the same. I find myself just sitting there doing nothing half the time,
Yeah,
and it's
and
not
like as servers and bartenders, like we're used to like running around for 6-7 hours a night, and then finding our like 30 minutes just go outside, chill or whatever. But
yeah.
so it's probably a
And
big difference.
these are like 8-hour shifts where half the shift I'm literally just sitting there doing nothing.
I hear you.
So,
I was gonna say one more thing about that. What else besides? So you told me you got that job. Oh, actually, one more thing about finances, and we won't talk about that. The restaurant employee relief fund. Have you tried to get in there? Have you heard about it? How did you hear about it? Any of that kind of stuff?
I have heard about it. Last I heard though, it wasn't open yet because they're having problems with the website. So they're waiting to let everybody have a fair chance at it. So, but I'm gonna try to hop on that. I mean, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, it is what it is.
It's very surprising to me that the website wasn't prepped for that because when you have like this, of course, it's easier said than done, but like when you're offering a free, for those who don't know, it's just a fund where big corporations are donating to this fund, and they're going to try to give out $500 to each restaurant employee that is out of work at the moment and that can prove it. But they should have known, in my opinion, they should have known that there's millions of people who are out of work, and like their traffic is going to be ridiculous on that website. But they're doing what they can to, get it going and get people some aid, which is like awesome. Honestly, it's good. That's good they're doing it. Besides, like you said, you're working. Besides that, what have you been doing to stay busy? Are you have you been practicing social distancing? Have you been taking it
Yeah.
seriously?
Not as much as I guess I should, but yeah, no, I have been trying to. It's hard. I don't know. I definitely
We're just not used to it, and it's so hard just to not see your friends.
yeah, like I mean, I've been doing pretty good about it. Besides going to work and the store when I have to, because my aunts are older, like I said, so I have to do that for them. Um, but every now and then, like I'll go to my buddy's house that's been self-isolating himself. You know what I mean? So like
George or Robbie?
both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they both live pretty close to me. But I don't know. That's what I try to do it. Not even for really me. I could get sick and die for all I care.
Yeah, I hear you. But you won't.
Living with my aunts though, like I said, they're older. I'm more scared. I'm gonna catch it, not know, and then get them sick or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have like in like obviously it's hard in the house, but in the house, have you like? Do you still hug them? Do you still like I don't know share a cup with them or stuff like that, or are you guys like?
I've been very particular about it lately. I've been trying to like if there's a bag of chips or anything like that, I try not to even stick my hand in there. Try to
Smart.
just like
That's a good one. I think a lot of people wouldn't think about that, but that's a good one.
Yeah, like I said, like I'm more worried about me like giving it to them without knowing. So like I'll still give them a hug and stuff like when I leave the house, stuff like that. But
Okay. All right. Social distancing. Talked about government help. So we'll get into a little juicy topic real fast. A lot of people it's just the fact that they have to stay home. That's like what they're like upset about. Not even upset, just like getting like frustrated with. What about your mental state of mind? Have you been able to stay positive? Have you felt yourself maybe falling into like maybe like a mild form of depression, or maybe even like whatever, like how are you feeling mentally not being able to leave the house, and what are you doing to try to stay in a good state of mind?
I'd like to think I'm pretty strong-minded for the most part. Sometimes strong-willed sometimes. But no, it's definitely driving me crazy. I'm a very on the border of introvert, extrovert. So like I feel like I really need my balance of being out. Like I like being alone, but I feel like I stay sane and stay myself
I
being
hear
with
you.
people. So it's been really different. I've kind of been, I guess, struggling a little bit with it. Just, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like being around other people kind of even me out. Like
I hear
I'm
you.
not too much this way, too much this way. I'm not ever too sad, too mad. Like it just kind of all balances out. People are like make me balance. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I hear too much alone time for some people is never a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like me personally, I've been. I don't know if anyone knows. Most people that are close to me probably know I'm in South Florida right now with like my mom and my stepdad. I'm staying with them, and like when I was in Jacksonville, I was in that apartment, and like the pool was closed. So I couldn't even go out to the pool. But like at the house, I have the pool, so I can go out there,
Yeah.
have a couple beers, blast whatever music I want to do, and that's honestly been my get away from being stuck in the house, which is, it sounds crazy because I'm just in the backyard doing that. How about have you been doing any at-home workouts or anything like that, or
Oh yeah. I've been trying to hit them little prison workouts. You know what I
well,
mean?
prison workouts? Okay.
Hit the yard, do some push-ups, pull-ups, squats. I've been riding my bike, taking my dogs for walks and stuff like that.
Hank.
Tank.
How's he doing? You think he likes having you home all day, or?
Oh hell yeah, he's probably getting tired of me now.
I was about to say, like, I was thinking that like 2 weeks ago. I was like, these dogs, like these animals that we have, they gotta like they need their alone time, and I feel like if we're home all the time, they have to get a little annoyed sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't know what he was wishing for.
So yeah, so some workouts there. Um, have you set any sort of short-term goals like for this? Have you been trying to, better yourself in any way, or are you kind of just going with the flow?
Um, right now I'm just trying to get through it, honestly.
Day to day?
Yeah, but it's opened my eyes because I was supposed to be in school, stopped going to school years ago. I was gonna be a nurse and then EMT, so like I would have had a secure job. I'd be the busiest I've ever been if I was still in school. So if anything, I think it's kind of opened my eyes and been like, should have fucking stayed in school.
I mean, I hear you on that, but
It
is
makes
that
me want to go back.
yeah? I was never mind. Yeah, I haven't really been thinking about that too much, just because even even people like there's people who went to college and have done graduated college and done life the quote unquote right way, which there is no right way,
Yeah,
and they're still getting impacted. Like like it's all give and take in my opinion. Like you might feel that way, but like there's people out there, like let's say you were a nurse, you would be more prone to catch coronavirus right now, and and your luck, like I don't know, I forgot to ask, but I'm assuming no one in your family has been infected yet.
no. But like I have a cousin who works in the hospital. My other cousin, he's a manager at Publix, which is a grocery store here in Florida, and he's I mean, he already worked crazy hours, but they have him working literally double time now, just because
Yep,
how crazy things are and having to keep
I
the
can imagine. Yeah.
stock. So like, and like in that aspect, yeah, like if I had gone through school, say I was an EMT or a firefighter at this point, I'd be out my ass busy. But
Yeah. More
like,
what- more what I was saying was like you can't have everything in life. There's people out there who are now killing it in like money wise and staying busy like business wise. But you don't know, like someone in their family could have been infected. Like it's all like I try not to think like that, because even though we might not have the best jobs, and we still like do okay, and knock on wood, most like most of the people I know are pretty healthy still. So that's like a good thing that I just try like like whenever I feel down, or whenever I'm getting in my feels or whatever, I just think about like the good things, and that's just my like little advice. Um, you have any like anything you want to tell, like any sort of advice you want to try to give people, like to like I just did, like stay like something to do to stay busy, something to keep their mind occupied.
I say just stay positive. I mean, yes, it's crazy. No one's ever gone through anything like this, but we're all gonna come through it. We're gonna be good, come through it together, and nothing we can do but stay positive
You're
and
100% right. I
think
agree.
how life's gonna be after. Like, focus on recovering. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like that's what I want to tell everyone too. And like I said this in my intro video yesterday. Um, everyone is in this together, and no one I haven't met anyone yet that hasn't been impacted by the coronavirus even slightly.
Yeah.
So don't feel alone. The government is doing what they can to get you help. You know the unemployment websites, they're very slow, and but they're gonna get them up and running, and just something else you can do is just checking on your friends, checking on your family that you don't see every day, see how they're doing, and just little stuff like that. um how much Call of Duty you been playing?
Oh, I'm a pro now.
You're a beast.
I'm beating me. One v one me.
I, don't-
Anybody watching this, add your boy Little Nuts.
little nuts. I'll put your when I upload this to YouTube, I'll put like your like Instagram, I'll put your Twitter, and I'll put your gamer tag in there for you. Okay.
Oh yeah. Add your,
But like I want to tell you this. I messed up really bad. Like when I came down to South Florida, I wasn't really expecting to be down. I've been down here for I don't know, maybe a week and a half now, and I'm probably gonna stay down here for at least another week and a half, I would say. And I wasn't really anticipating that, so I didn't even think to bring like a console with me. So like now I'm just sitting here, and I think that's what led me to do this. Is just like I'm sick and like I said, I'm sick and tired of Netflix. I'm sick and tired of Hulu. I'm done with Pornhub, and you can only do that so many times.
Hey, that free premium.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah. So like, I'm just trying, like, yeah, just pick up a project, do something different, you know.
Hey, I
Just
cleaned my whole room. My room hadn't been clean in years.
yeah. I mean, you might have to.
Hey, shout out David for that big ass TV right there.
How big is that thing?
60 inches. Got it for $60. Samsung.
That's a good deal.
Hell
What
yeah.
did you have to do anything to him for that TV? Did he ask for anything in return?
Hey, we can turn this video off now.
But yeah, I mean, I pretty much covered everything that I kind of wanted to ask. You know, you're trying to stay busy, which is good. You're staying inside for the most part, besides work. What's work like? Are they how cautious and how protective are they being of their employees and the guests? Honestly,
Well, since I'm in the hood, the whole liquor store is in a bulletproof case. So I am in the case, and I go and get all the stuff and put it in the box and give it to them. So luckily, I don't really have to touch them. I wear gloves when I touch money, or like
smart.
whenever. And I mean, we disinfect everything. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, it's still scary just because I'm out there, and I don't know, like I'm still right there with these people every single day. You know what I mean? Like
Scary.
it is, especially like just because, like we said, the time's so long before you can show symptoms. I can come home and give it to my aunts, not get sick, and then them get super sick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's scary. And the reason I didn't mention this earlier, the reason I had to go get that job is because I'm not going to be getting the government assistance from like
The
everybody else.
stimulus.
Yeah, because my mom has a disability and claims me as a dependent, even though she don't file taxes. So she's not getting any money from it. I'm not going to get any money from it.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's that sucks, but hopefully you're gonna be able to, you know, maybe get the $500 from the restaurant employee relief fund. But yeah, like, anything else you want to add, or
Hey, stay safe out there, my people.
yeah, that's all you can do. Stay inside. Stay inside.
We'll see you when all this is over.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thank you for taking the 20, 30 minutes, however long this is, I don't even know, just to talk and, you know, just do something different, you know, let people know what you got going on. Thanks for everyone who ends up watching this. We really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, you know. Hopefully we can get some other people on here, you know, maybe you have some good stories, like I said, or just see who else is out there who's going through it in a different way that, you know, Cody or me are going through it. But yeah, all right. So yeah, thanks
Appreciate
a lot.
you,
One more time.
idea.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. And like I said, I'll put Cody's Instagram, Twitter. I'll put his Grinder profile down there for you guys. Anybody interested? But yeah, all right. So we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.